Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and now for something totally different. Yes, you're seeing it right. I have bought myself a plane. I've bought myself an F3F-2, which is I think it's a form of a Corsair. You guys would know better than I do. It's a pre-war, plane, warplane of the USA. I liked it. Well, I like double-decker planes to start with. I like the color scheme. It's not bland, it's not boring. So I think it's very pretty. So it's a 1/48 scale from Academy. Let's have a look around the box here. Here you can see different versions. You can also see it has a bit of oh boy, the words leave me again. PE, here we go. A bit of PE in there as well, and some other accessories which we're obviously gonna have a live look just now. Let's get that light a bit closer. Here we go. Here you have the color cool arts. There are many schemes which we will have a look at the moment as well. And here you have the size. Whole thing is around about 146 millimeters long and a max of 70 millimeters high. That's quite a stubby plane. And as we always do, we have a quick look at the instructions. And here you have another color call out. I'll put it right over here. If you want to freeze frame it and you're planning to get one of those, you know already what colors you need. Here you go. Then you have obviously decals, a little photo, and then it says study the instructions before assembly. All right, let's do right that. So we go to manual 1. Here we go. Gives you the cockpit right over here, and yes, please excuse if the names I give these parts will be out of this world. Then we have the body. I'm sure it has a fuselage. Yes, here we go. The fuselage comes together like that. Here you go. I'm not going through everything. I'm just showing you. There you go. If you want to have a closer look, I want to freeze frame it. Here are the first 2 pages. And here are the next 2 pages. This includes the engine and the wheels, which look very much like they could break off very easily. Then the final assembly will be right over here, if you want to have a look at. There you go. These are the sprues which we're going to have a look at in a minute. So much for the instructions. Then we not only have instructions, we also have, and you probably was asking that, where do you put the decals? Well, there are quite a few versions which are given you as a choice. This would be one of the Enterprise VF6 Fighting 6 from 1939, as you can read over here. So that would be the 2 side views, and this is the top and bottom view. Then if we unfold it, we'll see quite a different color scheme. Well, same color scheme with different colors. They all seem to be very similar schemes. These are the blue burglars from 1939 from the USS Wasp. So they are all aircraft carrier planes, and they all seem to have very similar markings. And then we have this one over here as well. Very pretty. I like that blue and yellow. And then we have this one, which is the Institute Fighter Trainer for the US Navy. So this is what they then used as a trainer. They were obviously, once World War II started, they were phased out pretty quickly because they were a bit on the slow side. Right. Then once we have done that, we have a look at this interesting package, which obviously to start with has the decals. You see quite a few of those. Here you are. Usual markings. What I don't see are these V markings. Have you seen them? No, I haven't seen them either. What is this? This is obviously something. I have no idea what that is, and I will not fiddle with it too much. Here you go. A white piece of special paper. Not too sure what it does. We will find out. And as I said, we have the PE, which are some very delicate PE parts for the engine and for the fuselage. And for the cockpit, it appears right over here. Jeez, I wonder what this is. If I hold it into the light, there's nothing shining through. So yeah, I have no idea what that is. Funny, you know, I don't see these V's as decals. You see what I'm talking about? These ones. And the bands right over here as decals. None of that at all. So that's very interesting. What we do see is the frames right over here. You see, I would assume that goes here, maybe. So you paint it and then you put that, got a nice straight edge, and I would say this is for the band right over here. I'm not sure where this goes. Well, we will have to figure that out when we build it. So you paint, I would assume you paint this, and then you use this to finish it off. That's very nice. Not bad. Right, and then I would say we put this very nicely back into its plastic bag. So nothing will happen to this. There we go, the mystery white piece. And if you know what that white piece is, please let me know in the comment section. And this is gone. And we'll now start with the plastic. And we start with this piece of plastic, which is the cockpit right over here. We're not going to take it out of the, well, that's part of the cockpit here as well. We're going to take it out of the bag. I think you can see pretty well. Looks nice and clear. Front part, side part, which obviously you can shift over. And then there will be some lines to help you with the marking. Yeah, never done that before, so that'll be lots of fun. Anyway, charge for the glass, and then we start with the plastic. We start with the first sprue, which starts off with parts which I actually do recognize, which is the propeller, the cowling for the engine, or the lid, if you want so. Obviously, being a rotary engine, it has these covers right over here, and we have these parts. And you're obviously very welcome to look at the detail here. Here we go. So you also can see there's no flash, that's for sure. There's the engine assembly. And that's about it for this particular sprue. Then we get to the wings. Have a look at the wings and the details of the wings. Not a plane build, I don't know whether it's good or bad, but I've gotten the idea from other people that Academy is normally not, they are normally not bad kits. So I would assume this is pretty decent. Anyway, it's for you to see. Here you go. Then let's do this one, which has some of the tail fin, some tail fin assembly, some smaller parts. Looks like shocks or something similar. There are bombs right over here. That's part of the wheel assembly, I would assume, if you want to have a closer look. This is probably part of the cockpit. This is part of the wheel assembly again. If you want to make it stand on its wheels, let's have a look at the other side. Not much to see there. Again, you are welcome to have a closer look at the detail. I would say not too bad. And then obviously the struts for the wings. And then last but not least, we'll have a look at this sprue with the fuselage. Here we go, and that's obviously where somebody wants to see some detail as well. Feels detailed. Also feels like you could sand stuff off here very, very quickly. So that's obviously where you need to be very careful, I would assume. Here you have a couple of wheel struts. I think that's a rear wheel assembly. And then tires right over here, which are actually branded. Goodrich. Here we go. Goodrich branded tires. Well, they're not vinyl, they're just styrene, but branded nevertheless. And here you have it. So I think the parts look very neat. Didn't see any flash, didn't see any mistake on it. I think it looks very, very nice. And I was very impressed with the F3F. And from part of the Fighting 6 aircraft carrier planes from 1939, which I think is a very pretty plane. And I certainly will have lots of fun once I start building it. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this something different video. And best wishes and all the best from Cape Town. Cheers.